All right, guys, last week, I got an email that just stopped me in my tracks. It was from a guy named John, 69 years old, from Dallas, Texas, and he said something I rarely hear. He said, Eric, I think I've actually shrunk my prostate. Now, before you go Googling magic pills or praying for a miracle berry, hear me out, because John didn't do this overnight. He didn't take one supplement and suddenly wake up cured. He did something way smarter. He attacked the symptoms. He took control of his health, and along the way, yeah, he likely shrunk his prostate too. Oh, and the diet that John followed? It's a bit controversial, but it might just be the thing that turned everything around for him. Let's dive into exactly how John did it, and I'll even provide you with a checklist on how to shrink your prostate at the very end of the video so that you can just sit back, relax, enjoy the video instead of frantically taking notes. I've got you covered. Now, really quick, before we get into John's plan, I've gotta say this. I am not a physician and I'm not a urologist. I'm a physical therapist who helps men just like you get rock hard and stay leak-free. And that involves helping you with prostate issues such as the feeling of never fully emptying your bladder, the urgent dashes to the bathroom, and the dribble after, which is ruining your underwear and your confidence. And here's the truth that most guys don't wanna hear. You'll never really know if your prostate shrunk unless you actually go and get it medically imaged. You can't see it, but you will absolutely know if your symptoms improve, and that's all that matters here, gentlemen. All right, so John's story. He's 69 years old, he's got 3 adult kids, plays golf twice a week, and he used to wake up 5 times a night to go pee. His urologist told him that the next step was either a long-term medication or a procedure that John couldn't even pronounce. But John wasn't ready to throw in the towel just yet. He took ownership of his health, and here's what he did. So step 1, it didn't happen overnight. John told me something that stuck. He said, Eric, men want microwaves, but healing is a slow cooker. He gave himself 6 months, not 6 days, to see progress, and it paid off. Within 6 weeks, his urinary urgency dropped. By 3 months, he was sleeping through the night, and by month 5, he went from peeing 10 times a day to only 4. John also mentioned that one of the biggest keys to his recovery was he honored our gentleman's agreement. And if you're new to the channel, our gentleman's agreement is if you have watched more than one of my videos, it is time for you to go and click that subscribe button. You can do it right now while you're watching, and it costs you nothing. This, gentlemen, is our virtual handshake agreement. So go on, honor gentleman's agreement, and then comment below gentleman's agreement so that I can welcome you to the community. Okay, step number 2, John said that food is inflammatory. He cleaned up his diet like it was his job. And here's the controversial part, gentlemen. He went semi-carnivore. That means no sugar, no processed foods, lots of meat, and lots of eggs. And yes, he still ate vegetables, just the low inflammatory kind like spinach, asparagus, broccoli, and broccolini. Plus, he made sure to eat lots of tomatoes with every dinner because of the lycopene found in tomatoes, which has been shown in studies to support prostate health and reduce overall inflammation. This simple shift cut out all the inflammatory foods and helped John lose a total of 35 pounds. And from a physical therapist point of view, that weight loss helped reduce pressure on his pelvic floor and his bladder, which likely improved his bladder control and reduced those post-pee dribbles. Guys, food either fuels the fire or puts it out. Now for John, changing his plate changed everything. All right, step number 3 in John's plan, supplements. Now John didn't go overboard with the pills, but he did add in 3 key supplements backed by solid research. You got saw palmetto, known to reduce DHT and possibly ease urinary symptoms. Piguam, I think that's how you say it, piguam? I'll put it on screen. It's an African tree bark extract shown to help with incomplete bladder emptying, and then he included zinc and pumpkin seed extract, which is good for overall prostate health and reducing inflammation. Now, John checked in with his physician before starting any of this, and so should you. Guys, supplements are like backup singers. They're useful, but they're not the main event. All right, step number 4 in John's plan was exercising and stretching. Now this is where my physical therapist heart just sings because John got moving, and I mean really moving. He went for 30-minute walks every single morning, rain, snow, or shine. No excuses. He did body weight workouts 5 days a week, including push-ups, squats, planks, and lunges right in his living room. And he also did pelvic floor stretches every single day. And yes, he he committed to daily Kegels, even though at first he told me that he thought they were only for women. He used to laugh at Kegels for men. Now, John swears by them. John said to me, stretching his hips and breathing deeply did more for his bladder than any pill could have. And he's right. When you improve overall circulation, so blood flow, and you strengthen the muscles surrounding your bladder and your pelvis, your whole urinary system is going to work better. Now, most guys ignore these muscles their entire life because, let's be honest, you can't see them, and for some of us, we didn't even know that we had them. But then you wonder why you lose bladder control. But John trained these muscles daily, just like brushing your teeth, just like charging your phone. It became a routine. And once that happens, your body starts working for you, not against you. All right, step number 5, getting it measured. Here's where John got smart. John booked regular checkups with his physician. He got his PSA checked and he got blood work tested every 6 months. He asked for repeat imaging after 9 months of doing all of those lifestyle changes. And while I can't definitively say if his prostate shrunk, again, I'm not a urologist, but his symptoms went from unbearable to barely noticeable. I mean, it was good enough for him to send me this email. And that's the key here, gentlemen. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if your prostate shrinks or not, as long as you get your symptoms under control. There's a big difference there. So look, if you are watching this and you're feeling like your only options are surgery or suffering, let John be your reminder. The journey isn't quick, it's not easy, but it is within your control. Attack the inflammation, train your body, track your symptoms, and forget chasing shrinkage. Chase relief instead. Now, I've made a video on this in the past, and I'll link it at the end, where I went through what urologists aren't telling you about shrinking your prostate. And I got a lot of pushback in the comments because I think it's common for us guys to want things now. Quick. What I need you to realize, and again, this is not an attack at you watching this video, but this didn't happen overnight, guys. This is the result of either family genetics or it's the result of a lifetime of your lifestyle factors. So what you've been putting into your body, the amount of exercise that you've been doing, the amount of blood work and checkups that you've been doing, it's that buildup over time. So if you're watching this video, now is the perfect starting point to start tackling some of these symptoms. And for every guy watching this video, I encourage you to go get a checkup with your GP, your physician, your urologist, get your PSA checked, get your prostate checked, get an overall blood panel so that you know what you're working with. Because if not, it's like blindfolding you and you're trying to throw a dart on a dartboard, you're gonna end up with a bunch of holes in the wall. That's not what I aim to do here. Now, if you want help in doing this, I offer free calls so you can book in using the link below. It's a 15-minute Zoom call where you get to share your journey with me like John did. And you get to meet with me, the real person. I have no one else that works for me on this team. And we get to discuss your situation and see if I can help you put together either a 1-hour call or sign up for my 12 weeks of one-on-one coaching where I guide you every step of the way. Now, I'm gonna provide you, as promised, with a checklist. You can download it by inserting your email directly below in the comments, and it's gonna go through step-by-step what John did so you can take a really good, honest look at your routine and start ticking off some of the areas that need a little bit of improving. And that's the goal here, gentlemen. I want you getting 1% better every single day, and stop, for the love of God, looking for quick fixes. It's just not how this works, unfortunately. If you commit to changing your lifestyle and adopting some of these changes, and you make sure they're specific to you by visiting your physician, you're only gonna make better and better and better improvements, and that's what it's all about. So again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. If you haven't already, honor our gentleman's agreement. Again, that's our virtual handshake agreement. And then you comment the words gentleman's agreement in the comments section right below this video so that I can welcome you to the channel. Now guys, be patient with me because I am getting thousands of these comments, which is amazing. But I don't have anyone else on my team, so I'm trying so hard to put these videos out, good videos that you engage with. I'm trying hard to keep up with my newsletters, so I send out 1 to 2 newsletters a week on all the things that I can't really discuss on YouTube to keep you guys educated, in the loop, and feeling empowered. So I'm trying my very best to get back to every comment, so be patient with me. And if you want to sign up for my newsletter, well, I'll also leave the link below in the description of this video. I can't thank you all enough for your support. If you're struggling, I'm here for you. And just remember, regardless of your situation, you need to keep going, and I'll see you in the next video.